Hey everyone, today's video we are going to do a quick feature refresh update. This is one that's kind of long overdue, so wanted to go ahead and run through this and yeah, just make sure everyone's up to date on everything that we're doing here at Strama.ai. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. First item we're going to look at is just regard to our projects. Within projects, for those that are using projects, you know that if you assign a meeting to an opportunity, that opportunity is within a project, or vice versa. If you just assign a meeting to a project, um, we'll take the aggregate, all those meetings, and list all the tasks here, right? So nothing new there, but what we've done is we've created the ability to update the status of a task. So we know these tasks typically aren't binary, and if we're collaborating in here, so let's say me and Eric, we want to be able to see what the progress is of certain items, hold each other accountable, make sure things are moving through the pipeline there. This is one way that we can visually represent that. So let's say, for example, can you create a task for let's update the executive team? The due date is October 30th. So we're going to create the task. Oops, sorry. Let's specify the project. Yeah, for the Home Depot expansion project, and actually set that task to backlog. So now that it's figured out which project we're doing, it's going in, searching that, and you see that our task just appeared. The update the executive team with the backlog status. So again, another great way that we can do our project planning related to any sort of complex deals or deals that have a lot of steps, collaboration. Um, these tasks are for myself, but I can easily add a task here for Eric, or Eric can be able to see this and ask him about what we have going on there. So moving beyond um, projects and the custom tasks, let's look at um, custom fields. And so this was a request that we got. Understand that teams and there's a lot of people have different fields, custom fields in their CRMs outside of the standard fields that we have. So we've expanded that ability not only in opportunity, as you see here, but we can also now do that for company and contacts, so that if you have those sorts of things come up, you want to be able to map those from your system. We allow you to do so. So in the case of opportunity, I'm using medic here, but if you wanted to add that field, let's call it next steps. I can write a description, what I want Strama to look for in this if you are using our suggestions feature. So we'll call it identify what is the mutual action plan and defined dates for next steps. So it'll go ahead and we can save this. And then all I need to do to map this to my CRM is look up what is the API name for our next steps field within, call it HubSpot, Salesforce, Zoho, whatever that is. And then you're just going to put that there. And then that way, when we're pushing to your CRM, your system of record, it's going to go ahead and do so. So moving on beyond custom fields. Oh, and again, we have the ability to change company, contacts, etc. And then another item outside of customizing our fields is also managing our stages. Um, Now, by default, if you are integrating your CRM, we're going to map to the stages that you have. If you're not using a CRM or if you're using Strum outside of that, just know that you can update these fields yourself, whether you want to edit something, or you can add your own stage as well if you'd like. So moving beyond custom records now, we did a whole video on this, so I don't want to spend a ton of time, but the suggestions feature is now live. So with suggestions, what this does is that we can task Strama with going in and identifying two things, right? So with the autofilling our CRM, so if we have fields that we want um, the Strama agent to look at from our meeting notes, it can go ahead and do that. Again, we did a whole video on this, so check that out. But here's an example of Strama going in, identifying the medic methodology that we wanted, and then this will automatically. I can choose what I want to update. So if I don't want to update champion, for example, I can remove that. Um, but if I want this all looks good to me. Instead of having to type all this into my CRM, I click update, and this is going to push to that CRM as well. And last item is we've moved our suggestions item from to being an our meeting agenda item to being a suggestion item here. So this will pop up when we have an upcoming meeting. It'll identify that meeting. If we had a previous meeting, it'll go ahead and take that text, that context, and incorporate it into our agenda template. So I think that is all the new items that we have. Trying to make this more of a regular update for our users. If you guys have any feedback for us, anything not working, anything in the new feature drop that you like to review, or you like to give us feedback on, feel free to just reach out. I think you all have my contact info, and happy to take a look at it for you. So thanks for being users, and yeah, talk soon.